94.7. Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7.
The DILG Radio Program of the Year, Ekosiisen. Are you ready? You are listening to the DILG Radio Program of the Year, Ekosiisen, on Asempa 94.7 FM.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7.
The winner, Radio Program of the Year 2018, I beg your pardon. Asempa FM's Ekosiisen. Let me come, ladies and gentlemen.
The winner goes home with a memento, citation, and certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, the Radio Program of the Year 2020 goes to Asempa FM Ekosiisen. Well, the host, I don't know who he has not interviewed yet. Congratulations to all of you, the entire team at Asempa FM's Ekosiisen. Congratulations to you for emerging the Radio Program of the Year 2020.
Asempa FM Ekosiisen aso nyina etie sa platform media se unya na betna subia na fa bibroni bese. It's a privilege and an honor na yamu be so part of the reception of this particular platform shasi ache enemo anso na shasi. And we thank you for maintaining that credibility when it comes to delivery of more program.
It's always a pleasure coming to Asempa where the truth is spoken.
Well, I know that Asempa has gained a lot of experience. Asempa is one of the, not the forerunners, but in terms of coverage and listenership, you stand tall. The new FM stations that are coming into the arena are not calling on you to exit, them to survive. Is that what is happening? No. They are learning from you. They are learning under your feet. They are also trying as much as possible to find space. And, there's enough in the world for everybody. There's enough in the world for everybody. And so I think that those who are coming up, we definitely will encourage the injection of new blood. But you cannot also totally do away with the experience.
We wish you well. We wish you well. Thank you so much for.
Thank you too. Thank you too. Nyamensha, you are also doing very well. We are also very, very proud of you. Very intelligent journalist. But one-on-one with Obi, as I said, will prepare. He knows how to pass all kinds of corners to get what he wants. And Kososo, we are proud of you.
The Honorable Samuel Okujeto Blackwa and Moten and Kano.
Asempa de eno na obiati edu awia na maje baby aboso nti no Asempa FM de opo obeti na de obi ezi wa captain's band na bo edi opo obeti no nyamisha mo bo adwuma
that's Asempa Samuel on other tag code anu Samuel Atachi, Honorable Minister in charge of Works and Housing, Member of Parliament for Ebuakwa South.
Time I have that. If I have any aje, na any man that down never to accommodate so. When you say Ghana, that wakuma so. Sounds when that makuma so. Until you na o man in Peja.
Obi. Osof Obi. Obi kasusu wasema.
Yeah, easy.
Asempa.
You tell them about your plans, get their buy-in, let them understand that you need them to partner, you bring proper development to them. You are down, you go to commercial drivers, you are done, you go to all the market women. In fact, as we speak, there is no public school in it's like the new wages. We have 3 new wages as in electoral
areas.
Yes, electoral areas. And so we have new wager is central and west. There's no public school. You understand? When you
the
go
3
to
electoral areas, no?
There's no public
Only
school.
public school.
Yes.
Basic public school.
Basic, very basic. And in fact, there's no secondary school too in Wija. Right? So that is another thing. The one we are now trying to work on is the STEM one, where I think Ghana Water supported us, and there is a place that we are building, which the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in his infinite wisdom, is pushing that with the support of the Minister of Education, and that's going to be beautiful when it's done. These are the things you would see in which.
Am I not the chief executive officer of the where I am?
Yeah, but the Americans say party no air rules no. Sena omo pese that rule ne affect CEOs nyina and komu nyusu MMDCs. MMDCs is specific.
And I make the spirit of it and say MC ni kunim wo not to wo yejuma. Oba undermine city MP ni Germany.
Yeah, that one I get.
But me na say men tikurumo. Men tinhia so men nhia so na me kam kumase maya. Obi.
Yeah.
Come in May home crank, come in take that, you know. I may know something that they become affect the party. If I have been the mayor of Kumase, and come in here, so come in May home crank or Bremen home crank. But in my case, I'm not the mayor of Kumase. And she also is under Kumase Metropolitan Assembly. And that I may call Kumase a Kumase Metropolitan Assembly MC a mayor there. And then come in mayor and I'll be but I'm not the mayor, I'm not the mayor of Kumase. I'm the municipal chief executive for Sokole Mampong, where I know how is just when Shana say.
Yeah. No, Meti, I say what I suspect, and they say framers of our rules and regulations are more anticipate a situation like yours.
That is why I was drawing the attention to it. So many cases are very peculiar. Because when Kwani MC here, you didn't feel that there could be baby into Munchen, you know, one can't make it clear. When is the decision they making on your own one out to the decision to contest the election?
That's true.
There were other factors. And young for back, party for back, and penny for back, way back. And I told you what the part don't know cast of Chirawana one, Fawajra Bomana, done a time. As long as I say, then it is going to affect your political career in future. More is just the kind of pressure and affording appeal and of what they buy. Now move back so they did the car and I think for ma no ba nearby so they say all this time when I mean because I didn't know that may try to clarify the situation. Hey I'm carrying a coffee wa so we buy and come say me money I don't know saying it na constituency delegates and police station officers and they say that you media been to me maybe but I didn't know the spirit of it. I think they are very ambiguous. A lot of ambiguities in it.
Na party for neighbor power Charles sign bread no. Identity say contest elections ma you two sitting MP or hunting no more sign by Jose Brebio.
Say you once was you as one answer. I don't want the more do. Maybe by an MP no 2016 election. Presidential election mean 83% the man party no. In 2020, it reduced by 3%, about 80%. Even parliamentary, meaning 82%. In 2020, the candidates got 81%. So there's reduction. Besides that, projects are lobby, they buy a chance. None of them won't even to us. I created a lot of discomfort within the constituency. Even the treatment of police station officers. The treatment of constituency coordinator, the treatment of constituency executives. Meaning, understand me to home.
Is it the case a new MP no and so about your no any projects different from what they now started?
There is a project here, and MP you lobby the projects to come to your
absolutely,
and you make sure that the project is implemented fully. And
yes.
Say a quite bit said that buying to Sokobai a Yampa Yokwine. A quantity 2 kilometers, about 2,000 meters. me time or na me MP me the pressure see contract and also am near 1,800 meters. Aka 200 meters. Minia since I mean finish wo 200 meters na how. My yetchim compound. Every year me ko nyina me tua ho sika nyina go ato the theater bed ato PD bed gato. So mo hwe fanya adwuma. Me feel one no aye say be hwa me aye de ho nyina aye ngura chip compound no aye ngura esiwo. Ade be batan rose my nyina ye got as aye bi just failing and bitumen. Since I'm if you don't know so you be kuru e je go ha me kuru nyina ateke. Atasi hotel rose. Minya I also say me here hotel no why me be call ICS me be call Palma. Yeah trains me just failing bitumen uzo. Nyina am time. And no fuck ho. Je go senior high school me try ya dey buy within 4 years. Within 4 years in here so me my the new secondary school by home 4 years. Me pressure my new secondary school. Je go senior high school. And no me kwa me time no. Yeah structures ma kuma 5. Some from Get Fund, some from GMPC, some from other institutions. Me buy me ja hokoye. Baby me ja koye na no walk ro moto cry some.
Honorable,
and based on all these things,
yes.
I'm a party for Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7. Ekosiisen on Asempa FM. Asempa FM. Asempa FM. Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
Asempa FM. So Ekosiisen Bremo. It's a Friday afternoon, the Friday edition of the show, as we end yet another week. It's been an interesting, very, very, very interesting last few days. A free and I'm Benadani Shas here. Did the very first edition of Ekosiisen in the year 2024. And we also began our Beginning the Year Right series, and day 4 of that series, and it happens to be the 4th edition of the show in the year 2024. Yatnas in the next 4 hours 30 minutes, please be our guest as we bring you Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social and current affairs talk show. Check with your time, 34 minutes after 2 on the 5th day of January 2024, Friday afternoon. Ekosiisen live on Asempa FM. We're on Facebook, we're on X, and then we're on YouTube. Oh, YouTuber, Asempa 94.7 FM. That's our channel on YouTube. You'd want to subscribe to that channel, and then you post your comment in the comment section. Na BBA timi akoye ama enti moma yenyina yenshanenso. If you post your comments there, especially baby awo hwe yen efi na yetimi acknowledge won so awo hwe on YouTube and then on Facebook. Very, very, very important. It will share with YouTuber my young baby I will share iffy and let me accordingly acknowledge you. Na young who said you must see echo. Oh, I drink trends on any of the issues and the year baby home and come yeah, WhatsApp number no very active. Your WhatsApp number no very, very active. Inti me de betu jabio na mwehu 0548 443-523 0548-443-523. That's our WhatsApp number, 0548-443-523. And let's get to hear you. Let me remind you, Enra Mobeka and Dr. Richmond OKYERE-FREMPONG Edin Komona. Yebe ready to just said this year, as part of the Beginning the Year Right series, Yebe a growth plan workshop into beyond Nyoma what since Monday. We've made the point to be able to achieve the things you want to achieve this year, you need a plan. You don't have to live your life to chance. I said, BBA and see when you saw dear son, Wakwakoda, dear Chin was sorry in No. There should be a plan. But yes, what here in same in beautiful ideas, how to put them into action. You don't know how to start. You can't say develop a plan, Krana. You don't know what a plan looks like. In Richmond, Edituja Enra said would want to do a growth plan workshop, at the end of the series. And series next week Friday and in the within next week we will communicate the date and the venue of this workshop. And a idea was say utieme from Tuesday. What's here Beginning the Year Right series for this year, you need to attend this workshop. It will be amazing. Ube free hononim say you have a document this is a plan, and we would monitor you throughout the year to make sure say what me achieve the things you set out to achieve this year. We don't want it to be just another talk shop, and we want to take it a notch higher this year. Now, this is our workshop where you get to meet speakers in person. Na omotimi at directing, so we attach you to mentors or monitor throughout the year. And that's the essence of this workshop. And we said, so we are interested now, baby. You just have to send us your name
adwuma woye and the district or the constituency you are testing from. Very important. In Mienya, we need that data to be able to plan the workshop and plan it well. We are very, very interactive, very personal, workshop. We need that data. We want to validate the data, and then we make decisions based on the data. And the best time say, Uma yenya udin, adwuma woye o constituency and a district owo na wa maye etumi enya fafa WhatsApp number me de to dwa no eso enride to the NMC to be 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. It's a special opportunity we want to create for the youth here. We want this year to be your best year ever. Very, very, very important. And we'll continue day 4 of the Beginning the Year Right series. Now, and Ibenya, another fantastic speaker in our studio. The Dr. William OKYERE-FREMPONG, or a CEO of RoverMed Consult. William OKYERE-FREMPONG, a medical doctor by profession, or a pastor and a business leader. CEO RoverMed Consult. He'll join us in studio. He'll speak on the topic "Make It Count, Beat Procrastination." One thing kutia yedie pa motto. How do you beat procrastination? Very important. That's the topic we want to deal with. And the area wo Ekosiisen. So mama yenyina yenshan say Dr. William OKYERE-FREMPONG will be here, and then we have that conversation. Yene no area enra ye demoko. In fact, you start ye countdown to the NPP parliamentary primary Babekoso in constituencies with sitting MPs. Yeah, the most I see from Botiano English among from any about wage agbawe. In terms of a lawyer Ahmed Shaib Eba studio Jerry Ahmed Shaib Eba studio. Emma Yeneno Edin about why he wants to be MP ewo wage agbawe. And the sitting member of parliament will wage agbawe. Tina Mensa would also join us in studio. Now, yeti onos na no dinsem or a 2-term member of parliament and a still a person sign Ekobio. Why? We would ask her all of those questions. And it's a would know that at 4:30 p.m. the Honorable Tina Mensa will be in our studios as we still continue our countdown to that big day, 27th January 2024. And nine rounds from Kaya, Ashanti region in Shiayaso constituency. Vetting committee etnase. Na honorable Steka ono sitting MP. Nipa Steka Koko 2 no Kennedy Kankam, former regional organizer. And your MC or Asokore Mampong. Asawasi area ho. Ono nso esia kobe no one other gentleman nso eko. Omo wie vetting no. Vetting committee, the decision on Kennedy Kankam no putting on hold. Say Oma refer to national. And the reason no is simple. Reason no and say Kennedy Kankam a certain MCE. Party no somra a govern primary way no. Omuchemu all MMDCs, and I'll read exactly the rules no. Na ubia atene ho as I said enioma esi ete enti let me see. Okay, it is for the rules, so you are appreciate the air koso ewo in Shiayaso constituency enti so what rules na rules no fantastic in the rules no so what bullet point now from bullet point 14 banehona eka ensem no eye metre rules are part in ankasa developer here to guide the primary aba because on 27th it eka wa ha say the constituency parliamentary elections committee shall sell the nomination forms only to aspiring parliamentarians. 15 because persons holding the following positions are stopped from contesting to become parliamentary candidate. Inti persons are omuni ho kwan so be contested to become parliamentary candidates no muni all national officers all regional officers, all constituency officers, and all MMDCEs, TAO, all national officers, all regional officers, all constituency officers, and all MMDCEs. Any who quite be contested to become MPs. Point 16, and as a paragraph 16, Ekawa has said per rule 15 amakaini sisiano. All persons holding such positions, and positions near national officer, regional officer, constituency officer, and as a MMDC. So any of these positions are. And if you wish to contest the parliamentary primaries, you are expected to have resigned from that current position by Wednesday, September 20th, 2023. And that's what is in the rules. And I was say Ankawa resign by Wednesday, September 20th, 2023. And Kawa has said, should an aspiring parliamentary candidate suffer any obstruction in the final filing process at the constituency level, he or she may file at the regional secretariat, and if denied at the national secretariat at the office of the general secretary by Monday, December 25th, 2023. In here for this conversation. I think the point number 15, and I say rule 15 and rule 16 in here. In the rule 16, the exact data. So I will contest it. Now we are national officer, we are regional officer, we are constituency officer, and that's why MMDC was our resign. You should have resigned by Wednesday, September 20th, 2023. Honorable Kennedy can come argument and they say, and of course, when the Cocoa PM, that was the bone of contention before the vetting committee. And a vetting committee in the year said, Omube Putin on hold. And for the purposes of clarity, members of the vetting committee na ubia atene ho ase, because in the Ashanti region na vetting committees no air 4 enti omo a ewo nhyiaye so no appeared before the vetting committee chaired by Henry Nana Boakye. Enti na B committee na nhyiaye so for echo wonanim. That's the Team A. In the Team A, Henry Nana Boakye Esquire, na chairman of the committee. Idi Muhayudin Esquire, a member. And Richmond Amponsa Ejaben, and so a member. Enti Ekokoba said, "I was Muputi Kennedy can come. Decision on his veteran on hold." Kennedy argument ne say, number one. Ono one resign because the situation is peculiar. Now he was speaking to the spirit behind these rules. Now the spirit according to him, and they say party ni who say MCs ni bi wo district ni bi aso mo yo madwen say omo be contest MP wo sitting MP no be twitwa wo 19 sa the party ni yo madwen say dabi say we sitting MMDC ya kahwa Meme contested with MP. Opesa contested with MP, they are resigned 2 years ahead. In fact, the rules now make some grace period be said by September 2023. I don't know say typo say here there, but almost by September 2023. And Kennedy can come out drink and drink say, oh no. Baby, I know ye MC and ye baby an a constituency the constituency in Shia so. And ono ye MC ewo asokore mampom. Inti he satisfies the spirit behind the rule. Say only constituency one wo kutwitwa ne MP anemu. But my men ni party head of legal any enkomo. Lawyer Gary Nimako or a member of the legal committee of the party. Okay. Council, akwa abanete saying Obini.
It is a mina.
Yamia dom na so
we have a call. I'm the director for legal affairs for the New Patriotic Party. I'm not a member.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Inti, yeah, that's it. The other thing, official pa, me ma official pa, inti official pa.
Okay. Then I'm saying, I normally do. I wanna. You know, I'm inti a dream. Then what's him? Yeah.
Mate, but where the boy in kakra, party rules are a govern primary a babe koswe. Macain rule 15, Macain rule 16 for the purpose of educating your listeners. But what is the spirit behind SAR rules, Name Pacho?
I'm sure Chief, I don't know whether you are asking me a question in respect of the decision I took. I'm sitting in judgment of my own decision.
Oh no, that is not in respect.
Because I took the decision with my committee members in respect of Kennedy Kankam, former member of parliament for Ishaesu. And the decision we took was to refer his matter to the National Executive Committee on the basis about committee name. We have seen a petition in his file, which is ostensibly at the time of filing, while resigning as member of parliament. Sorry. While resigning as MCE.
Yeah.
Oh, as a correct. It was correct.
Asempa FM.
While resigning. And I still out the whole MC. On the whole MC, as I'm even betting him. And I'm saying now, about the son of one resigning, because rules are party now, a government primary. I just say, I was saying, I resigning, and son about the contest. I know much I say, at the time, or no. Father, if I'm resigning because the spirit behind the rules, not just say, in this one resigning. No, the petitions are bankai about asking we are not bumping for me within, and I'm so bumping for me within the year. Penny for you now, and penny for me now on crime. They are not before the committee to answer any question, and therefore I'll refer your matter to Accra. Not like everything, no one decided. But you see, if you look at any matter, and I say maybe first interpretation, you look further for at the ordinary meaning of the text. The ordinary meaning is clear, it's unambiguous, and admits no interpretation. You don't bring any extraneous evidence or information from outside, and you understand. That's not how we do interpretation. A first year law student who has done interpretation will tell you. You look at the ordinary meaning. What is the ordinary meaning of the text? The ordinary meaning is clear, it's unambiguous, admits no double meaning. You don't go and bring anything. As will be, I said, what you do, lawyer near what drafting well, I'm movie. And if I feel we are saying, unfortunately, now see, I follow you, and I bet you not the came. We are watching the meaning or the intention of the state. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Anybody who teaches law will tell you, look at the ordinary meaning. What does the ordinary meaning say? What is the text saying? If the text is saying this, you don't come and tell me, say, what is the spirit or the intention of whatever. No. The rules as were made, were quite clear. It did not tell us, say, we should look, say, will be a specific locality. And son, what resigning? The rule did not say that. But once you tell me, say, what file a petition on the same subject matter, what mention names of Penifua, they are not before the committee, And you fair, say, may respect the rule of order and pattern, the rule of fair hearing. Refer the matter to NEC, for them to look at it, and then take a decision on the matter.
Okay, inti, and nuntin ma will refer And as a committee, they refer matter not to NEC, right?
That is why my committee refer matter to NEC. Yes, sir. Obubongo Fodin and before Bomudino, Omuni committee in this one. You will have disqualified him right away and let him file an appeal to National Parliamentary Appeals Committee. That is where the remedy lies.
Yeah.
If you go before a committee, a betting committee, near disqualify one, your appeal lies with National Parliamentary Appeals Committee. And let me tell you something, Obi. I've done this vetting and appeals thing for 12 years in the party. What do you say?
Yeah.
I mean, nobody can interpret these rules for me. I know these rules. What do you say? And you know, I don't need somebody to sit somewhere and say, oh no, the spirit behind what. No. The clear meaning of the rules are just right there. They are just right there. If the lawmaker or at the time of making these rules, no, we want to create exceptions. We'll create exceptions. You understand? So, I mean, if you are holding, for instance, like me, for instance, if I want to go and contest for any office in the party, because I'm a national officer, I have to resign. Before I go and do the contest.
And
in the or make create exception for anybody. The exception should be created in the rules.
Yes.
In the rules. And I'm even hearing it say, Yamana number 3. That is very disingenuous. Very disingenuous. I don't know. I mean, what is making him say that you are Yamana number 3? When it did not take part of the process.
But
I find it very disingenuous.
But has the balloting been done? Or am I a balloting? No.
Obi, I am the chairman of the committee. I am saying that vetting has been done on all the 3. The 2 are cleared to go contest. Balloting has been done for the 2. The 3rd one, because he mentioned the phone you one crime. And I don't put the names out there. It's not proper. Your matter is being referred to National Executive Committee. Now, if you are disqualifying him, he will have now gone to appeal, that is to National Parliamentary Appeals Committee. But we didn't disqualify him. Yes, it was why the petition about. The petition for national idea. Then it means if I now so only committee so I make some question be therefore you must hear the other side. And see, and if we only have some question be let's refer your matter to National Committee. Without malice, without prejudice, without anything, you're sure what's something there. No one can have some no one. So how do you become number 3?
Okay.
How did you get number 3? Who claims to get number 3?
And for now, no council officially, no, he has not been disqualified. A decision on his vetting, they are putting on hold for now, right?
Yes, that is correct. So how did he get number 3? No, you see, Obi, there's what me integrity me fed grow. Me from integrity grow. I don't. And somebody said that the decision was reversed. Who met where in the night to reverse which decision? With who? With who? With which members of the committee? Who did that? And therefore he has become number 3. Who did that? Obi, please. Sometimes people should cherish some of us with some level of, I will not sit anywhere and tell you, say, I'm in the library right now, writing the report. I'm not if I make a report or no. Everybody report in the back, and movie. And then if one a report or no. A reasoning for everything, it's a report to it. And I'm telling you, say, honorable candidate can come, committee, no, you're clear. When you're number 3, you're clear. And I'm saying this without fear or favor or ill will. because I didn't hear no entire will be a yes should be any sending one fact so it is here so it is so then the entire will be a them that the year juma at the constitution the year juma and the rules governing the emis no in the year juma ya match the should be any time will be a no in your side no a fair according to Mano. And so far as you have mentioned people's names who are not on the committee, who are not in the room, the matter should be referred to Accra in the committee that they will be there. You don't come here no only to say I didn't know or the petition bank was what is qualified. And yes, sir. And yes, sir. We don't petition bank on the same subject matter no. Or so refer to appropriate committee. And I think the decision that I took with the members of the committee was a fair decision, and we took it in his presence. We took it in his presence, and all the members of the committee, and including all the aspirants. And I think it is a hard decision. No? They were all there. They were all there. Kansam was there, Sticker was there, and then Mr. Odupi was there. The balloting was done immediately thereafter. How did he get the material? Please, Obi.
Yes. Very well. Now, look,
so what it is I've heard, no, I don't want to react to it. But you see, Obi, a human area, no, what's my name, Juma, a bear Jumano in a fair manner. The other said, fair manner, and own Tiasia. Go to the party structures to challenge it. That is all.
The other question I'm person me Busa Council and it's Enra Yene Honorable Kennedy can come in Komono. He raised some very interesting issues. Back for example, and it's number one, or no ni position as MC currently no one apply for position no or honey abo ni din say on konkoye MC inti he sees himself as a CEO said yeah, any other person a CEO no in the honor according to any CEO be any CEO be in the honor who also CEO. That's number one. Number two, so they say onye MC in the same constituency as in Shiayeso or MC were different constituency. And that whole way I'm a part for the rule nearby. I say, oh, we're MC here. Now, so contested with MP. I'm sure I was starting here. Jumetia MP no doesn't arise in his situation. Don't you think, sir, really, framers of the rules no are contemplating the situation? No?
Okay.
Council.
So, rule 15 no what kind of year?
Me patron, I'm a kind of me say subio.
Says Subium, network Subium.
Very well.
And I go for the country.
Me patro you. Into Rule 15, persons holding the following positions are stopped from contesting to become parliamentary candidates. All national officers.
So can Mako. All national officers.
Yes.
Who are national officers? National officers be a general secretary. It be a national organizer.
National organizer, yes.
It be a chairman.
Sure.
Uba it be a women organizer.
Women organizer.
They are all national officers.
Sure.
Directors of the party, director legal, director election, director research, they are all national officers.
Yes.
Now let's continue.
All regional officers.
Regional chairman, regional constituency, regional people, officers of the party.
Yes.
Constituency officers,
all constituency officers, yes. And all MMDCs.
Okay. Now, sir, all MMDC now one. They did tell you, say, a certain locality be enter one. If the lawmaker wanted to make it express, say, they exclude the law will have excluded it. If an exclusion units, interpretation, exclusion units. What is it? All MMDCs? It means all MMDCs. It means that there is no differentiation between Asokore Mapo and Swami, or Wale Wale and Tatale. The lawmaker said all MMDCs. if you are MMBC, then you ought to comply with Rule 16.
Rule 16.
You cannot put interpretation to say that well, your area is not part of it. You cannot. You cannot. The law said all MMBCs. Now go to Rule 16.
Rule 16, sir. Per Rule 15, all persons holding such positions who wish to contest the parliamentary primaries are expected to have resigned from their current position by Wednesday, September 20th, 2023.
Yeah, so I will say that at the time with the rules which the lawmaker didn't contemplate certain persons usually who fall in this category of national officers, regional officers, constitutional officers, MMBCs should not resign by this date of 20th September 2023. I mean, sometimes, Obi, yeah, man, no correct any part of us. Yeah, man, no correct any sometimes. And I think, sir, if we cherish our integrity, we have to learn to respect the rules we set for ourselves. And I'm telling you, if it's not because you mentioned the petition Abankari on the same subject matter and mentioning names of people who are no more than a year, the committee will have disqualified him right away without fear or favor. I'm telling you. Because he came there, he didn't lie to us. He said that at the time of filing, he was MC. And he is still MC. He told us that he is MC and he's still MC. Nothing stopped us from recommending his disqualification. Nothing.
Yes.
Because he said that he is a petition on the same subject matter in Accra at the national level. That he has sent there. And I said, let me get a copy of the petition. I'm going to copy of the petition without any date, without any signature, nothing. Nothing. I'm saying that we will recommend for his disqualification immediately, without fear or favor. I am telling you.
Okay.
I am telling you. So you see, because he has sent a petition there, you cannot do it because also the petition about the same thing.
Yeah.
And so therefore, it is proper that you wait and let that petition also be dealt with. So I let we deal with the thing holistically. That is all. That is also what they just about is number 3 and is number 3 and is number 3. Who gave me number 3? Is it a reporter so-called meeting in the night? Who were there?
But why they push this narrative now about meeting in the night now?
What it is?
What it is?
Look, I'm still in the Ashanti region. But I'm just telling you that some of these things are not proper and not right.
Yeah.
And nobody can put my reputation on the line. This is the decision that we have taken. And I stand by the decision. The whole committee is with me. And they agree with me. That this rule, where are you or not you? So if NEC wants to waive it, that is up to NEC.
Okay.
Not up to me. It's up to NEC.
Okay. And it's also possible, say, NEC, after considering all the facts before it, can decide.
Oh, say NEC there. What the recommendation bar? They are recommendations. Report me now, yeah. Recommendations. And for instance, when you report now, they put the panel be appealed to National Peace Parliamentary Committee. They can reverse it and say, "Debbie, and one in the year. What to party, bra? Appeal can reverse it. If the person appeals, but so one disqualified the panel, the panel will refer to NEC. Yeah, NEC is the final authority of the party. NEC because Debbie, no, so what you say? So NEC no choose to obey the and you know, a report in the bank crime. Let's say the report like about bank crime. You report the man NEC report in the NEC say, you have any idea, mra? You try with any idea, mra? You have idea, mra? That is up to NEC. But for me, Gary Nimako, I would take my position on the matter of law and principle. And nothing will change that. I'm a lawyer first. Don't forget, Obi.
Yes.
I'm a lawyer first. Okay? I'm a lawyer. I will take my position on the law and bring it to Accra. Let NEC decide one way or the other. That's all.
Lawyer, meaning, sir, apart from Inshiaos and other constituencies about before we committee, you know, were there any other issues in other constituencies?
Oh,
okay.
There were 10 areas I vetted here. I said, in fact, there was only one person only accident on the way was coming to the betting committee. You better know by documentary information before us.
Okay.
After speaking to her on the phone, we realized it was impossible for the person to appear before us physically. If you examine the documents before us, we cleared her and made one of the executives pick ballot paper for her. And she got a ballot number. Come on, here. Everything we have done here, I hear fair, I hear transparent, and yet I need antagonism behind yes, we move fair, we move tiny day. There be in a very fair manner. In a very fair manner. Now, why only me say, now can you say, at a party here, Brano. Now, committee, and you know, there's a spirit behind the Brana party, no, it's our spirit, you know, and you find Juma. What about the letter? What is the letter saying? I do not call to knock a friend, Pana, or yeah, when I almost at them, you was questions. So, we're now, we no. The Pana will now, they don't mean by this. Which court does that? Which court does that? They look at the plain meaning of the manner and put interpretation on it. And I'm telling you, if the wording admits no double meaning or it's not ambiguous and it is clear, you don't bring a serious evidence to it. No. Once the letter of the wording is clear, no, it stays as it is.
But as a committee, you know, now more Kumasi, you know, Murie Majuma. Now I was a Mushia regional executive say briefly or more na.
A brief for the body.
Oh, say be a more share report, kakra initial reports near the way the regional executives. Bibi sa.
Oh, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Sir, a human idea my same, you know. A human a national job, a regional job, and a constituency job.
Okay.
And the report a day in Accra, no, here we are. The report has to come to Accra. Now, Mushima. This will be a disqualifier. No, no, they are appealing the National Parliamentary Appeals Committee. Or appealing. Once article so manager was what disqualified. By I say, Mimi committee by Nipa, FNS, by will be anywhere disqualified. We inquire, baby, a issue about home. And I think Nipa now no can come now, Gasano, he ought to know that he didn't do the right thing. He ought to know. Nobody should tell him.
Very well. Council, my young fancy, Bibiania, your best never be Dinkomobio. Why? Yeah, that's it. Afi papa nkome to.
Afi na me no try no nyame no adwuma na je papa na say we na.
Amen.
Why adwuma no adwuma no so efe. The whole of last year, ya monitor bibia come.
Amen.
I just do a good job for the country.
Yeah,
that's. Man, create any more the time.
Yeah, that's it.
Any more the time because you have one reputation to live.
Yes.
If you are say you have one death to die. So what they are saying. The time bia no man create anyone for your adwuma and do your work without fear or fever.
Yeah, that's
I mean, not try.
So yeah, that's Papa Lawyer Gary Nimakomafo, and I'm the Director Legal of the NPP. Now, or a chair of one of the vetting committees in the Ashanti region. Very, very, very interesting insight. And on a chair, would see. And they are case no about national no. Let's see how things will pan out. But of course, Ashanti region, very very interesting matchups in some of the constituencies. And Rame Babe Kai say me ade mi ko hu na watwe wie wo Kumase no enye easy. I mean no do bantoma otumo say bantoma emu ayeshe pa. Inshiaso is also shaping up to be very, very interesting. Dear Besha Hawa, Nioma Beko, Matissa Oko Menshia South and so don't ma confirm Menshia South, dear no. Say, ya disqualify guy, no. Guy or Kofa form, so ya Nadrin say on the Honorable Matthew Poku Prempebe contestant. Disqualified. Apparently, guy who goes on the corner on Shadanya registered vote. Charlie. Maminin Komomra, Henry Nanabuachi, national organizer, NPP. He chairs one of the vetting committees in Ashanti region. Nanabi Akwaba, Pom to saying,
Obi, you saw
Official Pa?
I don't come inside.
Na vetting committee a we chairperson no Menshia South for ba momoni mu ana
I have a pepe na Menshia South a your constituency are more appear before group A.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Na me bacho Menshia South no nipa say ne free hoba vetting me ensa mienu ba kon nipa ne yesen.
Oh, Menshia South na ye nipa miensa. The second MP,
okay.
Minister of Energy, Honorable Matthew Poku Prempeh, and a former constituency women's organizer, your friend Helen Penaman, and the third gentleman, and your friend Kwabena Ado Amankwa.
Oh, okay.
You know me, yes, sir.
Now, Kwabena Ado Amankwa, no, or only party position be at own.
In fact, I will share the name is Oti Amanonimo from 2010. In fact, 2012, Krano, 1 Twaba, 2016, 1 Twaba, 2020, 1 2. It's a honor, a prompting, and I'm a registered voter. No, see, baby. And I'm saying, so a limited registration. It is an ankana, General Secretary Council added this calendar no schedule no to on way before the limited registration exercise. So you could have taken advantage of the limited registration. And I say that Ofiaman on Ibiku and that day na Obukusi went to Miami. A fundamental requirement. But first and foremost, you have to even be a registered voter and sana. Overdoing was over a year pattern. The nice gentleman, to be fair, very presentable. But unfortunately, now we meet the requirements, the committee in our dream for the groups, to me and recommended.
In the honor, Diano, and yet. Decision I'm put you on hold. On there, he's been disqualified. Recommending the disqualification.
Exactly.
And on to move before the committee on your registered voter.
But on one kind, in fact, what in the form now, your portion, you just show us the fact, voters ID number show. You know where blank. Then they prompted me. And besides, now voters ID away here because I have blank. I'm not sure, unfortunately, on your registered voter. I feel that all change Central East is our Konya Bima this year, Nanko register. And it's further questions. Tonight is 2021 Twaba, and 2016 went to me on Twaba, and 2012 was went to me on Twaba. The last time of Twaba is 2008, and the free or the two finally, it's free Ghana. 2010.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Enti ekobane sa no moye balloting ma mienu na aka no, right?
I balloting there. Debi ye kama me nse nya na balloting ya ka sisudua. Se balloting no enye conclusive and chefe. Sanse emerenti yentimi zamfre mu nya adaje embese madaje na balloting kwenti no ya sa afre mu nya afi bia mu nya mu ye se moment mo ballotote ho. Ne hu se we na da ho. To be here and one says I will reshuffle. To be a number one. Naturally, you free man. You're number two, never number one. To be a number three. Naturally, free man. I 1 and 2. It's no dear. I am your map of your.
No, but because the decision on the on the vetting was taken right there and then, and I'm disqualifying.
No. It wasn't taken right there and then.
Okay.
Once you busa for even further because he who said what time on no crack. Then no say busa say okuta dual citizenship and now also a green card. And now it's okay. And yeah, on confess document number. Then we also ask further questions. Say constituency, have you nurtured the constituency? Constituency chairman, what I wouldn't know. Council of 15 elders, now I wouldn't know. And penny for but then why yes significantly. And also constituency in the say or the BB Boa party constituency, but a Boa party. Not so receive maybe a Kebia contribution to the Boa party or between head office. They say on from receipt number. It's usually is you didn't communicate now you pay further document we further particulars via it make us a fabra. It was now by so we took the decision yesterday. I know we eventually post vetting conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cross it is no ya dotty eyes near the inti a year there and then it was simple to me PhD. Na
okay, inti oye balloting nibi and subsequently no more post vetting committee meeting no and more they take a decision to disqualify him, right?
Exactly.
In mama na ya aware.
Oh yes. Sorry, I mean or a nice gentleman. Me I'm a friend and meaning the income said this is the decision. In fact, Yamenu Green Bassa when they did in common because this time the audience said and keep him pa then disqualify will be uncle. You are a Santa Regina Pano. If I'm not mistaken, from the other although me war some information from the other groups. I think he is probably the only person Young recommended.
Okay.
Yes. So almost largely no now you're restraining your whole powers we disqualify. In fact, in Adansia for instance, there were petitions against a year 3 aspirants. Yes, we go into the heritage of the matter, and we noticed that
okay.
And the amount we now acquire. But this time around, we just wanted to make sure say the bet disqualify will be based on some strict requirement be Mrano and the constitution they are very clear that you have to be a registered voter. And Sakran Wajri also have a form.
Okay. And to meaning say Adansia Sokwa because I read a petition against Same Benfo and some other people. Ninyina no nyanyina so bi and mark less wo munyina anko, right?
Yeah, they have all been cleared to contest.
Oh, okay. Very well. Nanabi my nase meaning say oye neck member yi some of the cases were ya refer to neck no and also there is one from Inshiaso, for example. Yene Gary Nimakwe din komo efa Kennedy can come home so ma refer Marta be Eddie Amamo ewa neck. Inti would see how that will pan out. And also a legal issue, so okay based on rules, no any interpretation be Kennedy can come there to so chairman of the committee if he said dabi. The rules are clear. Into omono Oma putting the decision on hold. Minim say what when your home popoya.
Oh yes, many Gary didn't come on. Say and Tony Okanan, General Secretary Council were not pay minister of so that particular issue in I refer to neck, said neck MBT determination. And you are right, Gary I think that it was a good decision.
That's the decision to refer to neck, was a good one.
Yes.
Okay. Baba, unim sa 2 provisions no mujina so no. You are familiar with the provisions, right? Rule 15, Rule 16. No?
Oh yes, my meaning senior as a vetting committee chairman. I know the rules.
But what's your understanding of that provision?
Oh, let me make a general comment. Was there 2 my friend said document na a day. Me fa say challenge we about I was a net. And it can year 23rd of July 2023. General Secretary in Sasha Katase. Na Katano a year presidential and parliamentary rules and regulations. And over paragraph 2 now. And also
Asempa FM.
All MDCs are more baby was sitting in peace, and who are seeking to they cannot contest where we have sitting in peace. And now OKYERE rule 15 and rule 16 July. And also say we are MMDC here, you cannot contest. And the Bako says MMDCs in constituencies where we have sitting members of parliament. And Bako also said we are MMDC here, won't even contest. So that is why the matter has been referred to NEC to make a decision.
Okay, that's also an interesting point now. We're into the general secretary circular now issue, you know.
The circular. Yeah, press statement.
No, press statement. Okay.
Exactly. Or announcing the decision of National Council.
Of National Council.
Exactly.
And no rules now and rules we rule 15 and 16 govern and we govern more elections in internal primary now, right?
And the the guidelines are there forms they be printed forms now. Forms a war. Rules and regulations may be attached.
Okay.
And where they know anyhow it was constructed and say. So we are MMDC here. Ultimate
contest, sure.
Exactly. And now the first statement from General Secretary also I say MMDCs in constituencies where we have sitting MPs
and not contested.
Exactly.
In as vetting committees, you are allowed to use both documents, right?
Well, that is why the matter has been referred to NEC. Because we do not, I'm sure Gary, as a senior lawyer, MPC obey Mickey mistakes. Yeah. That is why. So, as I said, it is a very, very good decision now. Mickey here.
Or refer matter not to NEC.
Exactly, because you might be a and 2 million every NEC. A NEC number is 2 million. See, I'm parliamentary primary. So if there is a challenge, no problem, you refer the matter to NEC.
Nana, my man, I say, Bibiani, about the income. Why? Henry Nanabuache, a national organizer, Edema NPP, Osei, a chair of committees for a core Ashanti region in Mubako. That's Team A committee on a chair of that committee. Ekosiisen high Asempa 94.7 FM. We'll come back to matters surrounding MPP parliamentary primary so later on in the month. Yene Dr. OKYERE-FREMPONG din komoria. Yebenya member of parliament for Wejagbawe e studio ha. Na ye timini ono nso edi enkomoba first. Mamema Doc Akwaba na beginning the year right series day 4 yemfa enshesa so Dr. WILLIAM OKYERE-FREMPONG. Doc bibi aboko de.
Yami adumobi.
Official Panso.
Afipa nkombeto. You're looking good.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm say probably about almost a year ago last year I had the first appearance to be here, so it's good to be back.
Fantastic.
Thanks for the invitation. Was there Asempa ne Ekosiisen? I think that for my money and for my young life I can say that it's an outstanding social political, the most outstanding socio-political radio show, mid afternoon to evening show that we have, and congratulations for keeping it going. So you're able to make the show and dear towards anyone from any walk of life. It's weighty, but yet say weighty no a bro so anyone from any educational level can relate. Now the part I like is to say a light, but any comical. That's the parts now me pen sounds of our time now. Me say yeah. Thank you for the good work you do, and for carrying this with integrity, with humility and sincerity. Bompa say. This year, so Nyankopon Beyadum, your reach would extend, and the influence would also birth many successes. Impact projects, all of those other things. So Ekosiisen Emamo. One team dom de na ye catch up from time to time. Congrats.
That's Papa. Ekosiisen, that's our speaker for and he's speaking on a very, very, very interesting topic, making it count. And as I make it count this year, beat procrastination. And one thing a heart nipa brain, and that's why we thought there was with his experience any Bibiano Timmy any Yedin Komo Efa topic. We'll check with your time 29 minutes after 3. So we'll tell our question or dream trivia ubet media far in WhatsApp number so 0548 443 523 abrain 0548 443 523. Yentie we Emra Tawi bar yene dog Asian commander says stay with us.
Ecobank Mobile to make me say Ecobank Mobile to make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy. Download it. You gon' enjoy it. In my Ramen check. In my Ramen check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. Ecobank Apple.
Life is easy with the Ecobank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the Ecobank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with Ecobank. Kim promise.
Minya, Aqua Safari Resort Nancy, and your mamma come is Huna Minya or Aqua Safari Resort for Front and Show. So what do Aqua Safari to my phone, the indigenous show at Joe. Now what do 24 hours bachelor no at show? Ya in nature from go and summer you may be able to say jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and a cast net fishing. And in Naka, you made your wood Pierre Aqua Safari. Mark 24 puncher for non found go for taste of Mia every year. Who no one and no man who rather for Fesu. I don't know one diagram now, Mawendiani. Me mom dear, Minya Nijesron. Now means me trains and Messiah Chako Aqua Safari Resort view.
Y'all ready? You better look for your shadow. The 90s jam is back. The golden era of urban music. The 90s, the nostalgia, the music.
It's real music. It's real music.
The Shada, Cross Collars, Kalkani, Fuel Injection, Fubu, LA Gear, Tommy Hilfiger, Paco, Pele Pele, DKNY, and many, many more. The dancers crisscross, shoop, cracking, breakdance, cabbage, and more. The Joy FM 90 Jam, 5th January 2024, rooftop of City Galleria Mall behind Accra Mall. The first and only certified jam of the new year, fully powered by Joy 99.7 FM, your super hits radio. The Joy FM 90 Jam is brought to you by Frital Sunflower Oil. Enjoy the goodness and tasty meals. NLA 590 Mobile. Stella at Downstem. Dial star 959 hash to play.
Ghana for
Why ready ana? Game Park Limited. A lottery company for Ewa Ghana Kroma. E dia grow for Abeja. Na e sase every 15 September 2023. Tinso aba da wakoma so. Every the number 1 Ekwesi 36. Chani boom. Na share nim say ube di sika bocho wa bra ye number na pie. Bobo wo na ye ready say ube di mula wa bra wucha from 1 Ghana cedi to 350 cedis. Na face kana ube channel. Fa bo home predio nunsia. Me 26 times. E was pick one game imu. But star 946 hash. E was networks ni nyina so. And now bet me download the Game Park app no. E was your website ni so. www.gameparkgames.com. Share your live draws. E was Adum TV. Anopa no nkron. Area dumienu. Ene nyumre no nsia. Debia. Game Park. More mula, more power. Sagrodi, National Lottery Authority in Sashasi. Undi mfie du ngochea. Endi sagro ibi. Bono washe yim.
Senior won't you how TBR. We hear Syntax Tanko. Free say, Syntax Tank to me jine a real sacra bia. Empire ne bono so ye kama say. Unim say, Syntax Tank ne di kaye double layer tank Ghana. Unim so say, Syntax Tank Korea. Any di kaye tank muda hokai. Emu fite. Na say siadie, ubeti match size, color, type, biara wope. Syntax Tank, beyamau. Na nini ne chino. Ekita 7 years warranty you. Umpewe, na upe dien. Frakra, ewo 0244 335 168. Kumasi 0505 555 666. Syntax Tank, emu dahokai. Syntax Tank, eye strong, eye tough.
Travel and tour. Yasa can you hope you? AFCON 2023. Yet Ghana for no pure personal tournament. Nipi wa Ivory Coast. So Kwabun himself bana 21 sheshe. And can tournament to say we are. Yet you know bieni ho. Ain't you 30th January course 11 February. I have 2 packages. Yet can I one in a room package. I don't want room. I know you 23,000 Ghana cedis. And you want 2 in a room. I know you 15,000 Ghana cedis. A pure with breakfast. You better do for nice places in Ivory Coast. Luxury bus road trip. And a match tickets. What the measure matches no be. Register this year office Abria. Was it 24th December 2023? Let me afresh 0209 194 507 and 0247 431 602 at Inchimubia.
Anytime I feel lonely, feeling sad, only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa FM
94.7 Asempa FM Suni Ekosiisen Jumedi no asugusua utie no my emphasize that sonko Emma Snet Flumal Triple Action DBS Intense Papa Pafie Obapa Product Omone the Africa Queen Mackerel Abejaso Kingdom Real Estate Syntax Tank a strong a tough EcoBank Ghana the Pan-African Bank Angel Cola Taste Like Our Day and a Kingdom Herbal Seahorse Engine Oil Franco Trading Enterprise Numekwe Brian Ekosiisen Ebremo enti yensa let's get into the conversation beginning the year right series day 4 Dr. William OKYERE-FREMPONG Atnase Make It Count Beat Procrastination Doc enti my enti the owo my ene
yo enti I think I'll also pay tribute to one the 3 others no remember before now. Yes. Solid content. I had opportunity to review some online. Apostle Michael Nyamchebwedi, always phenomenal, always phenomenal. Nah, yeah, Elder Kevin and then Raminia. Richmond, so we can't yeah. So now kind of we're looking at procrastination. Make it my theme, make it count. Let's beat procrastination because Obi Usha, for many people who are listening in, a lot of people have great ideas. Sometimes you have this or how you have this brilliant thought, then they put it off or bottle ho. Chin, I'm saying chin and no, and bottle ho.
Yeah.
So Uber to me, a job seeker when who advert say a company a year recruitment or more call for applications. No, see, okay, me whom but may na or horse how be one say date ni trim. Ebi also a student or person or undertaking some academic pursuit. No scholarship opportunity be advertised say deadline in or tete wasa kukwasa sa the next time I obey aware no na deadline up home. Not just say one cycle or season is lost. It is also very common. I mean, in my practice, sometimes one of the things the people who delay decision making, when you have a patient who is diabetic, for instance, ne toe and bibia very bad. Who discuss it with them say we innocent and I just say you trap toe no because it won't heal and I'm taking the immediate decision so I have be affecting or say obedient ho no more da hosa to hosa obe one side no ebi okro to me kase or coffee aba obeba na afro inti from we move from toe to now the leg or something like that. It also pervasive for it could be a business person who say employee be on kind of who ye na they are shady, they are not doing well. So business no bet me good no. You have to make a decision. Say you are letting the person go, and so on decision no. So we say the next time then something major happens. Now or say minimum anka. It's also for the person who has set out say or person or hurry, and there's somebody he's seen, and so on.
Ultimately make a
decision. One is obi fufuro. And it's also for those of us in ministry. It's for that sinner who every time is persuaded. Say he must respond to that call of salvation. And yet ochna. And before the next time you see it's an advert. Obituary advertises a missed opportunity. Inti procrastination, I think the tree idiom because abua kukosechi.
Yes.
Say ochna.
Ochna besini dang.
Debi also ochna besini dang. That is really what we are discussing. Idea affecting many people. And once we share the research that has been done into it, they say that it is ripe from age 15 to almost 70.
Wow.
And it is more dense in the early mid to early 40s because that's where kind of major decisions life
ultimate taking.
So if we today success would be say we can draw people's attention say this is killing you. It might not be a disease, a cripple physically, but all of your progress is tied to your ability to beat this year. And so as we hear some messages they bring about what people need to do, the key thing is that they need to break that cycle of emboto. Say once you decide, take action and begin to do something. So people move in three categories. There are those who are in a state. The first state I call inertia. Say it's like slow decision to start. Okay, I say car air quiet. I say jacket forward and still stationary. Then there are those they over process into. It's called analysis paralysis. Just scenarios now anticipating. You can only anticipate a few things at a time, but at a certain point, you have to take.
Also take your first move.
A leap, and in business we talk about first mover advantage. But the time some people move, the world has already left. I in my training session, coaching sessions, I always tell businesses or career executives say there are always people exist in three stages of implementation. Those who are doing yesterday's things today,
those who are doing today's things today. Omo, it's okay.
Yeah.
But in business, you don't want to just be catching up. You want to be doing tomorrow's things today.
Yeah.
And the Anonsana Nokia, the CEO, no,
we did nothing wrong.
We did nothing wrong yet. We lost.
Still, we lost.
You know, because they were doing maybe today's things today. But to be a business that is competitive, you have to be anticipating, say, what is the next move, and be able to get there. Into inertial analysis paralysis, the third group need a stagnation. On the HS, we are wada. You know, so those three categories, you know, are people that we are hoping that they can wake up from their slumber. Because you can't change your destination. You know, even it takes a while to be able to change destination, but it only takes a day to change direction. And if somebody who has been crippled by indecision, procrastination, and they will decide to say, no, Niema Mati, in fact, for the last 4 days, no, I'll act on them. Their lives will be significantly different, of course, at the end of the year. So growth plan, you say workshop, Richmond launch and dress. I'm sure say obiti ho ote onim say ohia. And so okay, me send it later. And so you see we are bro,
so
you know. So people are stagnating, they are not making progress because of this evil, this, you know, thing that procrastination where or defer an action due until a later time when at that period it becomes almost too late. There are also those who repeatedly make promises. So everyone say scholarship deadline up a BT this year. No, I can't. Oh, next year dear. Me may apply first. Na first day I launch a scholarship application. Oh, say near into the time boom. Or another, you know, that person needs to recognize that they've been held bound by procrastination. There are those who also realize that they need counsel. They have reached a place where they need professional support to enable them move out of their indecision. All of these are the broad things that we are looking at. Inti, we'll proceed to look at what are the causes of procrastination. I am drawing my framework from my friend Jerry Boabin's book on strategic thinking and planning. Outlining some 5 factors say why people don't plan. I want to borrow from there, make some adjustments to suit my purpose. I'm giving you 6 reasons people Number 1, your wrong theology. Obi nipe pi wo hom ze onyame beye nyame be ntime ha ho nyame be try application na ma nyame be prepare CV no nyame na ebe put it together or contract bid no and he said they have no compulsion to do anything because wa pohom paye nti nyame beye
na session dem refer
you know, and yet the God that I know calls us to respond to, you know, faith without works, and you're dead, being alone. And see, even in Eden, he placed Adam there, say, tend this garden and keep it. He gives him something to do. It doesn't just say that I've blessed Eden and so you know everything is okay. Jesus Christ himself, you know, he says that I must work the work of him who sent me whilst it is day, because he realizes that there is a time coming when he will not be, you know, do that any longer. And to obi tie and there or no on taking action just because on only faith need to a certain level of belief. Say we came to tell you, say work is not a curse. In fact, work was ordained before the curse came. It is holy to work. God expects us, say, we will take some actions. And the Ecclesiastes 11 verse 4, and I say, he who observes the wind will not sow. You know, he who observes the clouds would also not reap. People this year, if there's any good now, wait me, I am on this year. Just take action and step out even if it's faith, you know, take what we call the leap of faith. Believe in, say, the things that you are not in control of, the one who controls the things you are not in control of will take care of them. But write the application, make that proposal, you know. Show up for that interview, put up your best, go for that loan if that's what you need to expand your business. You know, retrain your staff, reorganize, have a beginning the year workshop with your team that you will do things differently. By all means, no, your men repeat Niema the previous year and hoping say ubenya different outcomes. The wrong theology number two, waiting spirit. Waiting spirit. Just say those people no trying perfect circumstances. Hey. I say, as BBA said, just they are waiting for the right.
BBA said, hey.
Just say they want relatives to some are even waiting for relatives to die so that they inherit. Just waiting for a golden handshake for someone to die to pass on something to them. But that is wasting your life away. Nothing is given. So whilst you have breath, you know, get up today and do something. Do something. Don't wait on charity. If it comes, it is good. But whilst you wait for miracles, have a maintenance. You know, do something with your hands. Don't sit waiting. The next is a weak resolve. There are many people who afraid beside say, what's your new year? These are my resolutions, these are my goals. And yet the desire is not as strong. Because anything that you are passionate about, no, you would make the sacrifice for. I forget who it is now. Okay, say anyone who has reason enough why can live with anyhow. Just no matter the challenges, no. Once you have a reason why, no, you hold on. And I want to speak to somebody that just find the why. Find a compelling reason. You know, something that connects with your passion, your interest, and just move with it. Proverbs 26:14 say, as a door turns on its hinges, so does a lazy man on his bed. Part of the weak resolve is really about laziness, because you have to beat in order to get up, going to do something for yourself this year. Next year, wavering mind. Just say, or Adrian James Becker just say he's like a double-minded person, or unstable in all his ways. At the point of decision making, you should be able to exclude, you know, things, because most times you can only make one decision at a time. Into where you want to combine two things that most times, especially those of us who into youth ministry, counsel young people, those who are seeking to get married, or make him move because he wants to hold on to, I like this about this person, and now we should do
you want to mean decide on one?
To me, and decide. And there are some people who are also in a, should I say, a comfortable place in work, but they are persuaded in their spirit that they are called to do something, and it will mean stepping away. But you know, they are unstable. They are not given any of them good attention.
Good attention.
Until you have to have clarity about what you need to do. Now the fifth group, no, whining attitude. Just they complain about BBR. They blame others. They never accept responsibility. Say, baby, I mean, where my business is, where my children are, where my finances are, where our relationship is, where my education, you know, they will always find reason to exonerate themselves. Say somebody's making that they are where they are today. It is a whining attitude. And the last is the wailing habit. And they they are not blaming others, but just say their whole life. And I said they are overwhelmed. Every day be a funeral. Just say Ghana problem in Australia. You know, every time they talk themselves down with negativity, there's no way you can lift yourself up if your words carry a certain force. In the beginning, God created with words. So words have a creative, you know, spirit behind them. Instead of having this wailing habit, you know, develop some positive confessions. You know, turn them into something that can inspire you to move on and take the next course of action. And what these causes are: wrong theology, waiting spirit, weak resolve, wavering mind, whining attitude, now wailing habits. What is the curse of procrastination? Problems being edeba obia ota yes. I will start by saying that Obi, you never profit from a business that you didn't start. You never, you know, profit from a proposal you didn't write. The song that you never sang never blesses anyone. The book you never read, it did you no good. The position you never vied for, it didn't do you any good. In fact, for some people, interview here, I called you before I came here, some registration you never did. You know, waited until it was too late, you know, and then also the application you never wrote will never profit you. So what are the effects of motor, then a farmer, the bread in Crawford? The first I want to discuss missed moments, missed opportunities. We're going to call them that way. So a golden opportunity. When you look back, you see that this one was mine. You know, they say the opportunity favors the prepared.
Sure.
I think there's also another quote that says that no wind favors the ship that has no destined port. And you should always be leading somewhere because opportunities will come, but whether you are ready for them or you are still in bed when that time is up, or you've missed moments. And many people are missing golden moments that would have been theirs because they were not where they were supposed to be at the time they were supposed to be. They were not prepared in terms of qualification or whatever. They kept deferring. They knew they have to take an extra. They're in a place where organization is well organized. You know, in order to progress, you need to put in another degree or do a short course in this. You know, office is trying a new program. They say that all of you try and do this, and you are planning. You know that you want to, be promoted or the next vacancy, head of department.
Who me apply for?
And so,
but I won't prepare.
And then the vacancies are announced. They said, then they list the criteria.
Requirements. You don't.
Either you become a whiner or a wailer. No, so you miss moments when you procrastinate. And there are many people who I'm sure who are listening to us who can recall the moments that I'm missing. There are some that are not just a moment you missed. The second one is a skipped season because some things happen in cycles. And to say Anyaba this year, close, this
growth
plan workshop. It's a season.
Sure.
If you miss it, unless you wait for another year, but imagine 12 months of just waiting. You know, so some people miss seasons. The scripture that says that go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. You know, they have no captain or ruler, but they provide their food in the summer and they gather in their harvest. So what it tells you is that during the during the season when they need to act, they act because they know that there will come winter where they cannot work. And so missed skipped seasons. Number 3, piled pressure. Anyone or a chronic procrastinator, they be
a pressure also.
Oh, because they trying to last minute when senti board meeting afena minute or prepare now if you quite errors. You know, so there is stress, increased stress on them. Because they have deferred or more pushy a lot of things too late. Obi will say, oko kwan so fa niema ba. Most times Christmas, then you wonder, you know, sometimes you know say you need to purchase some things. 20th.
Yeah.
Now if you know OKYERE price and access traffic. So you spend even more. But say planning effectively, you even get the things at better rates. And also pressure be so piled pressure is another effect. And strained self-esteem another one. Because of this chronic procrastination, nothing seems to be working well. They lose self-worth. Say, I'm good for nothing. I'm making it. Or no, seems like making progress. My colleague he apply for scholarship, maybe or call and things like that. My other friend, he's married, they are settled. You know, all sorts of. They begin to get into a stage where they are comparing. They are doing a spirit and a crash just like that. They break, strain self-esteem, and it's punishing themselves by guilt. Till they whip them, the self-flagellation, just because of the missed opportunity. And then the obvious one is poor performance. Obviously, anything that is rushed can never be excellent. And in fact, there are people who are specialists in last minute. Even for them, no. MC Apostle William says, wherever, no matter where you are, there's always a top.
An up.
There's always an up. You know, so no matter what you are delivering, just know that if you had removed that procrastination now, it would be super. It would be more excellent. You'd have a lot more time to prepare. That student, Okrambe, everything in the last minute, no question exam. I said, I said password be the answers because Okaisa Adi was so you know that your performance came, it was poor, and it was simply because you didn't get over procrastination. You have 12 weeks in a school term to read and prepare for exam. So what the night before special combining now law school cases never when you so all right. And then lastly lost lives. Some opportunities acquire, it doesn't come back in a season. In fact, the next time you see the person now we are seeing the person off in a wooden pajamas into carpe diem. You know, let's seize the opportunities whilst it is day to do something. Bruce Springsteen or can be said, a time comes when you need to stop waiting for the person you want to become and start being the person you want to be. This is the message we want to leave listeners with us for this year's my session was that people should you might not have all the answers, but you know something to begin with. Even if you don't know anything at all, you have been with us for these last 4 sessions. There's something that you have heard that unimse or say in closing the discussion, obviously yentuminka the causes, the symptoms and all of that, yenka a few strategies on how to deal with this problem. I have a few recommendations and maybe say you run it by. Obi, when I read scripture, sometimes I find some very interesting scenarios, and in discussing how we deal with procrastination, let me share one of those that I found in 2 Kings 6 verse chapter 6 through to chapter 7. It talks about 4 lepers, and I'm sure say elder dear unim I'm the way preach you but the story is just for those who need that reference, just to summarize it. These 4 lepers who sat at the gate of Samaria, because then their policy was, if you're a leper, you don't mingle with Timaimufu. Is it Timaimufu? They move you out of the gates of the city until you are healed, so that you come in. Today we understand this is some kind of public health practice that they were, because today we know isolation of infected persons and things like that, because leprosy, contagious. Anyway, so these 4 lepers entered the gate of the city. Now it was at this time that Syrian king was attacking Israel, and almost strategy, they say, they've walled themselves and locked the gate. We can't breach, but you bet they will run out of resources, whatever. Then we can attack them. So they pitched camp, just waiting for things to go worse. And Bible describes that things went worse. They were in a very difficult time, so much so that the price of the head of a donkey sold for 80 shekels. And the dung of a dove, also sold for 5 shekels. Now, baby said that dung, a bird dropping, nobody it became a substitute for salt. Wow. Because it rich in, so that and then they could also light it. So they, because the essentials were not there. And then people were even killing their children for food. And then it came before the king, because so these were hard times. So we say that today we are living in hard times. We haven't reached the point, that point yet that is being described. But I want to liken it to the situation. And these lepers, they were worse off than anyone, because their resources, sitting outside, they had nothing. But Bible says in the chapters, 2 Kings 7, say when they sat there for a while, now say, but what are we doing? If we go into the city, they will sack us. But even if we go there, the famine is in the city until we will die. If in this place too we are sitting, also, the option is in fact, let us go and try the Syrian camp. 2 things can happen. They may have mercy on us, and then if they have mercy on us, we will live. But if they don't, they will only kill us, and we. I like the New King James. It says we will only die. Just they've reached the point where they realize there are more options. Also, death, only death. So that began their journey, and we know the rest of the story. That as they went, their foot, the Lord amplified, and this is why we are talking about the fact that even with faith, you have to take a move. When they move towards the camp, the Syrians heard the footsteps of these 4 multiplied by divine means, and they thought that the king of Israel had hired the Egyptians and the Hittites, and these were fierce people. Until the camp was bare, and these people now became, the saviors and all of that. So from this, I realized that, Obi, how long had these lepers been there? Could it be that whilst they were there saying they were waiting on God, God was just waiting on them to move? Could it be that there's some leper who is listening this moment? Just unknown, strategy. And say you're just waiting for the perfect moment, and yet all that this year is waiting for is for you to make a move, and it will be amplified. So, what are the recommendations for this cure? The first is increase your motivation.
Crying.
They had a discussion among themselves. Say, if we go to the city, die. The people there are dying. If we sit here, we die. So you must reach a point where there is something moves you. Either a conversation, either somebody's example, either or even just seeing how miserable you're not making efforts, brings you, to decide, say, no, this year, master's program you may apply. School top up may take action. So increase your motivation. Part of it is listening programs like these you offer some of these persons who come to provide these inspirations. For me, in my moments of despair, I make quotes and things that get me going. Well, I want to share one, and the circumstance that it's been I was in secondary school, I think either second year or first year or so that I saw that quote, but it's kept with me.
Wow.
Because those times seniors no so move free school then somehow most of them gain some strange wisdom. Nice or more church wise quotes so, and I met one in Dom 7 and I saw it. Now two things struck me: the depth of the quote, and then the unlikely source. The means nipa no try now. Nipa no try ni was say. Nipa we pass anyansan we ni na no nim. Anyway, but the quote went this way. It says, "Beneath the plains of hesitation lies the sun-bleached bones of many untold millions who, on the verge of success, decided to wait, and while waiting, they died." That beneath the plains of hesitation, say. So no, it lies the sun bleach bones. Say he's left with just bones that have been scorched by sun of many untold millions who, on the verge of success, they decided to wait, and while waiting, they died.
It explains procrastination for you.
What it does, that you would lose your life, you would miss moments. But later, much later, when I got active in speaking, and I came across the quote. Who said it was the original was by George Cecil. It says, "On the plains of hesitation, bleach the bones of countless millions who, on the dawn of decision, sat down to wait, and while waiting, they died." But me reading and I said, still I have me seen, and then I say I kept with that. But people just find, wherever you are, find something that will motivate you to spring to action. It can be a story, a song, a scripture, a proverb, a wise saying, an example. Something must move you when you know that you are delaying or decision is overdue. The next one, improve decision making. Because paralysis when people don't have the right frames for making judgments and decisions, then they stay too long on something, or try to cover every ground. But so there are few ideas here and there. For instance, when I coach my clients, I try to give them some guide that when you are in a fix, run it by these. So I share a few of them with your listeners. Decision making criteria. Number one, ask yourself, is it relevant? It's a question of purpose. So the fact say ubiya doesn't mean that you should also do it. The fact say ubiya ton we no also go to, because you may not be wired for that. Is it relevant to your life, your purpose, your calling? So the fact that people are putting in this application for this scholarship and no interest, but so then the next is that, is this what is required now? That is priority. So it may be relevant, but at this, everyone has a stage. You started a family and things like that. Move, financial arrangement, things like that, and you consider all of that. That okay, I intend to do this course, I will do it, but you realize that right now the priority may be getting the family going, setting it up, etc. Then you would make that decision, and not yet procrastination. This is strategic decision making. So you move from purpose to asking question about priority. Then the next is, when is it required? When is it requested? And only a period. Because for every decision, every action that you need to take, there is this kairos moment that it needs to fall in. Should it happen before something or after something, or it can go hand in hand with other niyama oye. When is it required? Then the next what should I reflect on? And here issue of principles, because in every undertaking your values will be challenged, and I believe sincerely that you must be able to walk away from some things, no matter how good they are, if they are not godly. Because you can pursue, you lose yourself. after many years, you look back, you realize that you can't find yourself because you lost values, you lost your principles. Until anything that challenges or runs counter to your principles, already you have checked it off because you said that then this is not for me. If I have to sacrifice this in order to get that, So once you run it and you are convinced that it is counter and whatever you want to achieve, the reputation you are building, the character you are building, you just check it out and forget about that opportunity because it's not every open door that must be accessed. And then the next one I want us to look at is the productivity. What gives me the best results? And this is for those who are multi-gifted. But there's always one that you do with great ease. And bring you more results. So in that area, favor that one. So we know you can do. There are people every course be a university or but you can't. In honesty, you can't go and read everything. I said, "What timetable? No cry. Who send the best structure now?" So look at what brings you the greatest results. Productivity. Then, what is the risk? That's a question of penalty. What's the price to pay? And you must be prepared to pay that price. I think Jim Rohn can say all men must suffer two things: the pain of discipline and the pain of disappointment. And there will be a price. Every decision, in fact, the decision, especially even at a certain mature age, say you are going back to school. It comes at a cost. But you know that you have to pay this price, and then you pay it once, and then get over with it. So, how badly do you want it? Are you prepared to pay? What is the risk? What assess it? And the fact that we are saying that procrastination doesn't mean say and don't say, oh sorry, you don't count the cost. No, and say, So ask yourself, is there a risk here? And once the risk is reasonable, then you make a decision whether it's something you are prepared to live with. Then lastly, the prize. So the penalty and the prize. The prize near the reward. What is in it at the end? Would this bring me fulfillment? And if it will, then rather than sleep on it, take action. And some people this evening, need to sit up and draw some plans. Some people need tomorrow to call a meeting in the office and either lay out a strategy, just relieve some people, switch some people's role, go beyond favoritism. In the home, some parents need to set their children down. They are playing too much. And things before you realize things have gone out of hand. Some married people need to have a conversation. Their marriage is failing. They need to have a brutal conversation. The way you lived last year, if you would do the same this year, it will be a Iraq. The friends and recent one cried. Hamas, and I just say the weapons near crack. So improve your decision making skills. It helps when you have a framework with which you run your decisions through. So I talked about relevance, requirement, when is it requested, what should I reflect on, values, what gives me the best result, productivity, what is the risk, what's the penalty here, and what's the prize, the reward. Then the next thing that I also want people to consider is including SMART goals in everything they do. So have quantified, be able to what you've done. You can't measure, you can't evaluate. So whatever goal you have, quantify it and put a timeline to it. Hope is good, but you can't be for hope and your strategy. Add strategic hope to your, So set SMART goals this year. Put time frames, etc. And the last but one, implement new work habits. There are different ways of making work interesting and also enable to sustain your interest. So there are all sorts of things that one of those that I recommend here, Pomodoro technique, no, it's Italian for tomato, but Pomodoro, no, technique says that break work into 25-minute stretches, and then observe a 5-minute break just to refresh, renew, and then come back to it again. When you continue, then once you have the fourth cycle, now go a 30-minute break. It's been seen to keep your mental focus, and decision making, alert and sharp. I don't know, say I'm not being inspired.
Guinness World Record.
So they give you breaks.
1 hour, 5 minutes break.
Then when you do the longer one, they give you
20 minutes,
a longer time. I know something people can consider. There are some that are overwhelmed. Until at the end, once they go to a certain point, now we give you up. The next action won't come, and true. Then. Finally, I want to talk about inviting an accountability partner or hiring a coach, depending on your resources or whoever. But there are some people, they almost set goals, all right, but on country they on one or on into at the bed say adimian American so obian next year or whatever, but the evidence abounds. Said the more you share with somebody and make someone accountable, you make yourself accountable to someone, the more you strive to achieve it, because you don't want to do a lot of explanations and all of that. So everyone who wants to achieve something this year, find an accountability partner. And when you say that, this year these are the things I want to do, I want to apply for the scholarship BA in Augusta, may I apply? And then every month or whatever time frame, get back to them, review, say this is where I am. It helps if it's friends and they do it mutually, but especially if you have professional goals, it helps if you get a coach who can walk you through some of these bottlenecks. This year, I'm just saying that I'm saying to our listeners, or Muti, and say, sing that song. Don't let the year end with your song unsung. Write that book.
Write the book.
Resume that course that you abandoned. Put in that application for whether it was for a loan, for a job, for whatever. No, join the choir. Learn that new language. Ask her out. Build that house. Cut that hair. Ask for help. Start something new. Go to school. Teach Sunday school. Quit the job. Start that new business. Propose to that girl. Buy that land. Get to work. Let's beat procrastination. Theodore Roosevelt was the one who said that in every moment, the best decision to make is the right one. The next, and after that, the next best is the wrong one. But the worst decision to take in any moment is not to do anything
at all. Wow. And the things you've told yourself you do this year,
just do it. Just do it.
And I love the bit about you getting a coach and getting an accountability partner. And I believe Enuntina Day, the growth plan workshop so and Maka said we have mentors like Doc Ewahe who can mentor a lot of the youth Ebeba. So he would be that accountability partner for you. Now Onyoma Wakasa would monitor you and make sure say ubitimi. And I have a friend watro entrance exams to the law school, but I think 2 times unyai. It is here and was sending me message say Obi, I'm really inspired. I have to go back to my books again. I would write the entrance exams, and this year I will pass.
Amen.
Charlie.
That is the motivation. Find something motivational. So sometimes I find it in songs. And my dad introduced us to country. He loved
country music.
Dolly Parton, Jim Reeves, Kenny Rogers, etc. There's one song by Garth Brooks. It talks about sailing my vessel. It says, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Like a bird upon the wings, these waters are my skies. I will never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. The part that says that so many times we stand aside and let the water slip away. Till what we put off till tomorrow has now become today. So don't you sit upon the shoreline and say you're satisfied. Choose to chance the rapids and dare to dance the tide. You must sail. You must sail. Otherwise, the river would run.
It will run,
and you would be out of steam.
It will
into
run.
onshore. Yeah. And I believe that in due season, he would receive the
good news,
the good news, and also begin.
But what it means is a lot of these country music, they are very, very deep. Sometimes we just go with the flow, the melody and all of that. Now you pay attention to the lyrics. The lyrics, And if you've decided to buy a land, buy that land.
Buy the land.
If you've decided such a quit that job.
Just you see, lepers almost say hi. We are not making progress. So instead of sitting there whining and complaining all the time, there comes a time when you have to say that I need to make. Even you go and fail, and then what you would have discovered is that one way that does not work. Try
another one. That's powerful. We say Obi hashtag buy the land, hashtag quit the job, hashtag embark on the trip. This is so motivational. But please ask your guest, quote, how do you quit your job when you are not certain of the next offer? Hashtag Ekosiisen. Inti onone question obusano. Yeah.
Good. So again, a lot of decision. Every decision, like I said, has the risk, etc., etc. So we're not just saying for people who don't have a plan. Procrastination just say you have a plan. You know what to do,
and you know
the strategy. You are not doing it. If you are at the point where you are unsatisfied with your job, again, let's see if a coach can help. Let's see if a counselor, if a friend can help. Because there may be things that you may have to renew your mind about. There may be even things that you have to learn and unlearn in order for you to fit in. But if the goal is that I came in here for a season to acquire certain skills, I have the skills, I want to launch into my own. Then launch. But then you don't just listen here, and we're not just telling people to we're saying that for those who know that they have been called to do more, and they have an idea of what they need to do, and yet they are waiting for a perfect moment for things to align. There will never be a time when everything would align, and so you have to just measure the risks that given everything fails, given that all of these things, would my life still be meaningful? Will I may for failed if the next 10 years I am still where I am? If the answer is truly yes, then you are not the one, you are not procrastinating. But if the answer is truly no, then I'm saying that step out to do something. This is for that person our only plan. He's not procrastinating because only plan. You have not procrastinated about, but maybe they are procrastinating about getting a plan because you really should be inspired by something. But you need to have a plan first before you take action.
That's true.
And when you do have the plan, don't get into analysis paralysis and overthink the issues. Once you have considered, I don't know, in a certain frame that given all the factors that you need to consider, this seems like a most probable or likely
thing to do.
No, you step out, commit yourself, and then execute it.
Alex Martinson, thank you. Way free Gusty man, Osei. I don't think procrastination is such a negative thing as suggested. But it depends upon the situation at hand. According to some experts like Grant, procrastination can help give your brain time to mull over a task or problem and create space for greater creativity and innovative ideas. So how can it be entirely bad? Gusty man, still in the diaspora. Gusty man, that's interesting. But I said, Obianka say entirely bad. But I think, Doc, meaning how you respond to this.
So my idea is that I want to put a subtle, and there's a nuance between how people make decisions.
Sure.
Because not every decision is made on the spur of the moment. Say, I didn't buy. You're able to put all. There are times that even for you in your practice, you know that the judge can sometimes take it, close the court, etc. Because some decisions need to be need time. And even sometimes things become clearer with the flags of time. So that is part of a decision making process. It is not doing anything. So when I say in the second point, the cure to procrastination, that I would say improve your decision making skills. For some, it is part of that skill they need to learn is what is an adequate break, because it is when they go on that break that they never resume. The court never comes back to declare and then it's like it is permanent recess. So if you are able to realize that in this moment, that decision I need a day or two, I wouldn't say that you have procrastinated. You have procrastinated. You are it's part of your strategy, decision making process. No, and then you procrastinate. But
when you have decided that is where
the decision is long overdue. In fact, by the time, say, even for some people, by the time they come back, the time has passed. Then you clearly know. Say, so it's when the decision is made. There's nothing that prevents action, and yet there is the inertia, or the weight is so extensive. Say, by the time that you even present your CV, they finish the interviews, and that was procrastination. That was not a strategy.
Yeah, that's true. Where's Obi? I am Atakojo, watching you live from Amsterdam. Your show this week has been fantastic with your guest. Please, we would like to have such people most of the time to learn from. Well done. Thank you, my brother. And greetings to our listeners in Amsterdam. Richmond or Standard Chartered Bank here in Accra. Also, Obi, good afternoon. In fact, you've indeed changed the narrative as far as radio and its impact is concerned in our time. Over the years, it's been a challenge in starting the year with sure impactful lessons. In the past, we've had to pay for listening to these inspiring messages, but you are leading the way and really engaging the youth. Kudos to you and your great production team. Very, very refreshing. So I'm just enjoying and making my notes here. Richmond Yadase, Papa, thank you also for listening. We appreciate you so much. We say, Obi, a new year beginning on Monday clearly shows that this year is a hard-working and fruitful year. May God bless our hustle. Kwesi Reynolds or Agona Odobin and all the way Abrain. Yeah, that's we say, Obi, good afternoon. Kindly wish my beautiful mom, Mrs. Patricia Osei Bediakon, a happy birthday from her husband, Superintendent Kofi Bediakon, retired. Her children, grandchildren, and the entire family. We wish her all the best in this day. May God grant her more years full of strength to see her great grandchildren. Nana Amponsa Bediakon. Inti Mrs. Patricia Osei Bediakon, happy birthday to you, and do live to be 94.7 and beyond. You can also come through with your messages. Yeah, WhatsApp number 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. We say, hi Obi, I am blown away with your resource person. I've learned a lot and I will implement them this new year. Max, United Kingdom. Max, thank you. Okay. Let me see. Where is Obi? Good afternoon. That song your resource person just sang is my favorite of all country music by Garth Bruce. And I urge everybody to go and listen to the song. I am Amwakun Ebenezer, aka Ayo, from Dr. Bernardo Koboy's constituency, and I humbly greet him into Yadase Papa, and then also they are praying. Wow. We say Okay. Thank you for all your kind words. More boy abaso for the show we've put together. We are grateful. Sir Monso Munya Kwai itumi itie. Monso amuguso amudi mudin any ejuma moye for the growth plan workshop. No, we are grateful, and we are still receiving, and I say we are still waiting on more messages, Mama Nemra, and then okay. We might not be able to reply all of you, but we are compiling the data. And don't worry, so I will send a message now and reply. We are compiling the data. Now, you be based on data, you validated data, then we know venue. Your budget, any your friend is saying data, your day ebeshe na munina motimi ababi na bibi akwe. Inti mama yen shannon so. Finally, this one says, Obi. Good afternoon, and to your wonderful guest in the studio. I have this plan of setting up my own podcast studio, dubbed Boga Ali Hashim Network. A vision I had about 9 years ago, but I keep procrastinating the process of getting it done. However, listening to your series of starting the year right, it has highly motivated me to start, no matter how small it may be. Allah bless you, Mr. Osei, Bonsu, and the Ekosiisen team. Inti Boga Ali Hashim ewo takra de ena ono de we aba Boga Ali Hashim yada se papa inti please said the wawa can action it this year. Chale oko Nigeria, the new slang air trend one Nigeria almost this year we no go gree give anybody else. You know Nigerians and the vim ni omo motivate you. It's interesting. We say Obi, good evening. I'm David Elom Ochre from Takrade. This week your show has changed mindset to work hard. Thank you very much. May God bless you and your team. Thank you so much. We say Obi, procrastination is a serious disease in my life. It is really damaging me a lot, but I don't know how to fight it. Please, I need to fight this. Yeah. No, but I think, okay, maybe Doc will run you through briefly what you need to do. Say, wow, procrastination is a serious disease in your life, no? Doc, maybe you run through
so our
recommendations.
The recommendations.
Yeah.
So we talked about finding motivation. Because for some, the inertia not here from no lack of passion. They've lost zest and interest in anything because of many failed attempts.
Sure.
Connect with something that inspires you. Every time you are there, then it gets you going. Say, hey, I must move. It's either a story, a song, a scripture, a wise saying, anything that Sometimes it's even a compelling story of Obia Unim no. By taking action. Some results.
Yeah.
Though that level of psychological prepping, it helps. That's why football teams, high performing athletes and all, they have psychologists who work with them because sometimes when spirit a bottle it becomes very difficult to achieve anything, and there are some people they really need that spark and to find the necessary motivation. Then we talked about your decision making skills. How do you process decisions? If you don't have the skill for it, you would always because you're afraid to make the commitment. What are you checking? What values, priorities, relevance, the risk and the reward. This is one frame. There are some others who also work with different frames, but this is so improve. Go on. In fact, these days everything can be available online from whatever. So look at what frameworks people are using for complex decision making, and then work with some of them that are basic. Some will say gather the information, sort them out, analyze, and then move, make progress, etc. Then setting your SMART goals. If the goals
you set as smart, they are dated, they are quantified, measurable. All of those, they help become some check. Implementing new work habits and techniques, so that you don't saturate yourself too much. So the next decision, the brain is already tired, and so it's not committing to anything. And the accountability partner or coach.
Making sure, sir.
All of those are helpful. There are other things about breaking tasks down into simple bits. It's a big project. The all can say, podcast, whatever you say. All of it may not happen tomorrow
at the same time.
You know, so you say, okay, this is my broad plan, but then I can do this January. I can purchase maybe one, but you are working towards a larger picture. For some, they get overwhelmed by the enormity. Say, hey, we soon because me be a shop. Now shop no, you know, rent. We say the 5 years stream by square meter. You know, but you don't need to start from a shop, a mall. You can start from somewhere.
Because of your car boots.
What is the exactly these days? Who needs
virtual shops?
And you are still selling and all of that. Find what is important, then the other things will fall in place. But sometimes we are excited about the frills and trills, maybe shop now rent, and things like that. That may not necessarily be important to the whole process.
It's true. It's been great. Thank you so much, Doc. It's a very, very insightful free lectures this week. May the good Lord bless you, Obi, and your team, and to Doc as well. This from Teacher Felix. Teacher Felix was Sante Mampong and Odiwe Abba. We say, Obi, the subject for today has been my challenge personally. It is killing me, and I hope you've gotten some. And we are a basic school teacher, Wakra Newtown. I hope you've gotten some insights to deal with this particular challenge. And we would pray with you, and would continue to bring some of these resources new to you. In more decision making. In the other more Papa Doc, let me say a big thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure, my brother.
I hope you be share a growth plan workshop
certainly.
Our listeners a bit to me Abano will get the opportunity to meet you. Why am Mumra na Mumishia Doc or a fantastic young man. Doc, that's in Yamisha.
That's my learning brother. Says fast tense. Learning brother.
Thank you. Papa and the Dr. William OKYERE-FREMPONG and I'm attending Ekosiisen na Asempa 94.7 FM. Ma yentie we emra yeba the Honorable Tina Mensah or your MP for the people of Wejagbawe. She's our guest in the studio after this short break. Yeba sisia.
Hey lala didi lala. Warrior so dear. Na me dear yemia. Africa Queen Mackerel bonejuma wo sesen. Africa Queen Mackerel leader what you ase owunia. Se wo de ye aduane a. E danson. Tomato sauce na egu ho no so e ye rich. Yes. E pise wo. Nti e me aduane ne de ye stronko. Enam no so hyemu ma. Na me kire se nam panko a. Wa wo beti ase. Na wo be check so. E ye grade 1 o. Na me say se me twa kwa me nkwan. Na me tu bi gu mu a. Na to ne ne term so. Honey, oba papa. Oh you ma. Me do. Me say jollof, Gary photo, rice and stew, and piscine gravy dear. Africa Queen Mackerel ni mo. Intimi now. Africa Queen Mackerel. Shawenum keke, nam papa no.
Africa Queen, shawenum keke.
TBS, Rufi Papa Fie. Ya send ya papier mo Ghana for. New Year, TBS Industries Limited for say. One more board and it's one free. I want in the year. Free Bonto. Nyehane sa obetom roofing sheets a papa. Woman dia bedwama nso ne mu biabi. One more papa boss one kama. Untiashi. Enti we dia ne jesam. Obetumi so from what the free estimate. From OCA. Accra number no is 0240844444. Kumasi so dia 0506 004 141. Dakra dia 0506 004 242. DBS Industries Limited. Roofing Papa Fee. Picture this.
a star-studded panel featuring Africa's most inspiring speakers, award-winning artists, surprise guests, and 30,000 minds coming together for a day of empowerment and inspiration. This is what awaits you at the convention on the 7th of January at the Independence Square. Whether you're a dreamer, a doer, or someone seeking inspiration, this event is for you. Mark your calendars, gather your friends, and join us in making history. Join us for a groundbreaking event where African leaders like Julius Malema, Patrice Lumumba, Dr. Arikana, and Peter Obi unite to amplify the voices of the people. Experience a powerful convergence of cultures with giveaways including 4,000 pairs of shoes, 8,000 pairs of trainers, and exclusive items from superstars, royals, queens, and kings. For tickets and more information, visit newafricafoundation.org or call 0532-389032.
Sami Soriano pa, Kale Chaco toothpaste na me de twitwi missing. And mommy confidence, the money nyina.
Se wushia ama na me sifite guso na mesrea. Eya wanwahu me de Kale Chaco toothpaste ene twitwi missing. Obo ade ne pa e wo bidie mu no. Ene e dia ye Kale Chaco toothpaste. E boy sin ho ban e free mowa e boy sin mu tokro. E sin ahye ene enumunka. Sure say amani Kale Chaco toothpaste so nie. Yet center for.
Me de magical Chaco toothpaste atubu. Me use na no pa. Ya na dwa me koda no. E ma me sinye fita. Confidence level kwaso entibi na ma. Na me si 32 ni na guso.
Enkane no ane maame num di bidie twitwiri yense no asaya bebie mu o bidie wo Kale Chaco toothpaste mu no emasi efita emana hoden ne sayi nka bia ma wonum ye hwam enunti mu amonom coffee wine any tobacco e kamo seso no aba mamo Kale Chaco toothpaste sankofa yenchi
Kale happy smile
enkratoi FDA agiatum
Nada crona ni penny autoi. Yara kwana kumyai. Nada ni yariwe. Malaria fever, Montabia. Typhoid fever, Montabia. Body and menstrual pain, Montabia. Cold and joints, Montabia. Lots of appetite. Montabia. Mono Montabia. Eva Misha. Say a punua. Montabia. Wonam ya wuya. Montabia. Onu matuna something mindidia. Montabia. Eva Misha. Aya ni jani. Montabia. I want to do one. Montabia. Mono Montabia.
Travel and tour. Yasa kanye hobio. AFCON 2023. Yedi Ghana for no bio peso tournament ni bi wo Ivory Coast so kwa wonem se bana 2021 hyehye. Enkankan tournament te se we ya. Yechi no bia ni ho. Enti 30th January kosi 11 February. Aye 2 packages. Yedi kan aye one in a room package. Ana won kwa se room. Eno ye 23,000 Ghana cedis. Ana ye wo 2 in a room one. Eno ye 15,000 Ghana cedis. E bia ba with breakfast. Ye be sand one for nice places in Ivory Coast. Luxury bus road trip. And a match tickets. What the best matches no be? Register this year office Abria. Was it 24th December 2023? Over to me a fresh 0209 194 507 and 0247 431602 at Intilubia.
Dachimbo Gani, Masanso Ababim, Sese Kingdom Home Real Estate Development Limited. I am for Kramaye, Hey Caneno, so Benya Sasi, Ewa Abri, and Ase Crupon, Nem Pobet Messu Deriano, a moon Samu Ayapi. Nanso enedie Kingdom Home Real Estate SCC Adana Wiekra or 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom houses are West area Waton and a 2-bedroom apartment ni nyina bi ewo ho ensuo ne kanea so de e flow 247 ne bus security sam de abambo ene atumuda kra CCTV cameras atwa ho ahia na ewo serene environmental ewo good weather condition pa de ni gire de ni kan se wotie en estate ni mu a na tourist site a wodo atwa ho ahia ebi ti se every
Botanical Gardens, Boti Falls, Aqua Safari Resort, and now so a Bentete Kwashi Hospital no so. Enti sa wuti Kingdom Home Rare Estate dia. Na wuti ofia nkasa. Enti minu yanu mamufra buchiraba. Na mo baby a good weather condition wo akwa kwatena de. Mumra anaso pese otodan. E de ma momu ni popi. Betre baby o masumba twu o mo dia. Ene bra Kingdom Home Rare Estate. Enya ira kwan kra. Ye obi e wa kropon ene bi nso wa abri. Ufri Adenta Aircon e 30 minutes drive wo pe. Na wo mo adan no so de ye fofofo. Enti sa wo pedan atode a. Ene frɛ yense sie. Frɛ na Accra office no. E wo 0240 521 276 and now so bit my friend a coupon office it was 0555 612 611 Kingdom Home Real Estate Development Limited a year kasa
Ecobank Mobile to make me say Ecobank Mobile to make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy. Download it. You gon' enjoy it. Even just tights with the apple. Can't come a come, Ecobank Apple. Can't come a come. Life is easy with the Ecobank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the Ecobank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with Ecobank. Kim promise.
Y'all ready? You better look for your shadow. The 90s jam is back. The golden era of urban music, the 90s, the nostalgia, the music.
Real music.
The Shada, Cross Collars, Carcani, Fuel Injection, Fubu, LA Gear, Tommy Hilfiger, Paco, Pele, DKNY, and many, many more. The dancers crisscross, shoop, cracking, breakdance, cabbage, and more. The Joy FM 90 Jam, 5th January 2024, rooftop of City Galleria Mall behind Accra Mall. The first and only certified jam of the new year. Fully powered by Joy 99.7 FM, your super hits radio. The Joy FM 90 Jam is brought to you by Fighter Sunflower Oil. Enjoy the goodness and tasty meals. NLA 519 Mobile. Stella and Downstem. Dial star 959 hash to play.
Ghana for why ready ana Game Park Limited a lottery company for ewa Ghana Kroma e dia growth for Abeja na e sase every 15 September 2023 so aba da wakoma so every the number 1 Ekosiisen 36 chani boom na share nim say wo be disika bocho wa bra ye number na pie bobo hu na ye ready say wo be di mula wa bra wo twa from 1 Ghana cedi to 350 cedis na face kana wo be chano fa bo hu predio no nsia me kire 26 times e was up pick one game yimu but star 946 hash e wo networks ni nyina so and now betimi download the Game Park app no e wo your website ni so www.gameparkgames.com share live draws e wo Adum TV anopa no nkron e wi adumie no e na nwumre no nsia de bia Game Park more mula more power Sagrodi National Lottery Authority in Sashase undi mfie du nwoche a endi Sagrodi bono wa hwe yiem.
Anytime I feel lonely, feeling sad, only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa. Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM.
94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumedi no asuguswa utie no ma yenamu nyina ase ne ensam makwaba emfa momra Ekosiisen so said the kind of tool when no for some time now ya shase we are focusing a bit more on the upcoming NPP parliamentary primary into way for constituencies with certain members of parliament. Now, one of those constituencies no a wager bawe because a constituency are NPP and Ikra seat no the Honorable Tina Mensah abekansa e studio ha enra mobekaya immediately after vetting no yene one of the aspirants in that constituency Edin Komo Oyekoda CEO entina ehun akwako hia say the MP the sitting MP so eba bekan ye ho na afia ni ono nso atumi edi enkomo the honorable ewa ha mema na kwa aba na afia to so honorable akwa aba bibia boko de bibia boko nya ye danyame ase we jagba we boko bibia boko o second term now we as MP, right?
Yeah, my second
term. Wow.
The next one will be a third term.
Third term. Now still a motivation also be saying Akobio.
Papa. Motivation more.
Wow. Why? Where's the motivation from? If we say Unjaba. Africa.